Boom. Okay, y'all. We back with our weekly send offs. Let's see what is going on for the week. Message was coming through, whatever the case may be. Hoping the same thing coming through. I had to pause the camera, whatever. I had to cut it, or whatever the case may be. But the message that was before, we was talking about inner child work. So hopefully that comes through, though. I hope it does again. But if it doesn't, we'll just see what's coming up during the week or whatever. If it does not, you can go to www.fuckyouranxiety.com. Link is in the description. You can go there and actually see the startup about healing your inner child if you're on that journey. So let's see what we're dealing with for the week. And so I can hurry up, upload this, send it right on to y'all. We got strength on the bottom of the deck. Let's go. Let's go. Page of Swords. I'm trying to fix my camera. One minute. I'm trying to get it at an angle though, so y'all just won't see my boobs. Ooh, I was finna shuffle again, y'all. There we go. There we go. Alright. Why am I finna shuffle again? I probably need to. We got Page of Swords reverse. We got Page of Swords reverse and a Five of Pentacles. Let's see. Let's see what's coming for the week. Let's see. I feel that fiery curse out energy coming over me. Not in a bad way. But, you know, you just have to tell somebody just fuck off. So let's see what's coming out this time. You got Ace of Wands. That's what I said. Let's see what's going on. Ooh. Page of Wands. Seven of Swords. We got Empress on the bottom of the deck. Let me lay all these out so y'all can see. I just need one more. Damn. Oh. Two of Cups. Reverse. It could be like you hear me say some relationships that you may have to walk away from, because I said you can go to my blog, you can check out all about this, where I said the quarantine is divinely paused. And I was telling people that in this moment, in this season, if you have been experiencing turbulence in certain relationships, you hear me say this is the year for me where I learn how to speak up for certain things that I want, but at the same time I don't want to constantly create no sense of problems. People need to learn how to comprehend and learn a sense of accountability, to where you don't always have to be in an argumentative state and constantly repeating yourself. And if those issues that has been flaring up, and you have been in a distance from people at this moment, I would just take consideration of that in this season, or whatever the case may be, for us a clean sweep when it comes to certain friends, connections, past lovers, and all those things. So that's maybe been something that has been coming up for a while, but you probably just been like, oh, okay, just knocking it off. Or it could be you when it comes to relationships and lovers. Overall mood, we got the Ten of Swords. I said for me, I was doing a social media cleanse this week, because I said, oh, I am bored with fucking social media. It's not that. It's just that a lot of shit has popped off, and social media is boring as hell, because now you see everybody utilizing it because of they're at home, and it's not the same, and it's not fun, and you know, it's just, I don't know. But this could be, you hear me say, this is me for this. You see she's on her phone. This is harsh communications, going back and forward, taking a lot. It could be work. Some of you guys are still working. It could be communicating with people and not going nowhere. For me and people who don't know, this is why I don't communicate with a lot of people through my cellular device, because energy still can be transferred through your cellular device for those of you who are not enlightened. So this is why I don't give my number out a lot, and this is why I block a lot of people so fast, because people try to build cord attachments with you through electronic devices. So I would say pay attention to what I'm watching, but this is an overall mood. Being honest about those certain things, those grievances, and stop pretending that thing is okay, because in order to fix certain things, you have to be honest. And it doesn't mean that you have to be in a sense of aggressive all the time, or somebody's playing the victim, whatever the case may be. So if it's something that you're uncomfortable with, if you're going through some sort of mental illness or whatever, some travesty, you don't want to hear those low vibrational moods, you have the right to say, you know what, I'm walking away from this. This doesn't serve me. Boom. Okay. Page of Wands. Now, you heard me say before this, the first spread, before I had to cut off before somebody came in here, it was about healing the inner child. Now, Page of Wands, you hear me say, pages are definitely like the teens in those 18, 20 years or whatever the case may be. So I just want to put that out. You got Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles. This is the Eight of Cups. This is the Eight of Cups. Walking away. That's upright, by the way. And you got the Ace of Swords reverse. Ooh. It could be when it comes down to communication or communicating with certain people or taking a stride or always trying to see the good in them. I think some people are trying to, I think this week you may be struggling with walking away, or when it comes to communication or rehashing old things. If you are younger, you could be a little bit temperamental to the point where you don't want to listen to certain advice. So you may find yourself walking away. You're not even paying attention or taking some sort of accountability. It could be who or what you're talking to, because you got Seven of Swords here. You got the King of Wands reverse. You got the Fool upright. And you have the Eight of Swords. It could be what you entertaining or who you could be around. Fast interactions. Taking things out of context. That's why I said be mindful of certain people that you entertain in this season, because some people come around just to take from you energetically, physically, emotionally, monetarily. So be quick though, because it's fast communication, whether it's contractual situations or whatever. If it's fixing, healing, make sure that it's in the right way and it's going to be communicated and understood, because people act like just because you fall out with somebody, you do not have to fix that tomorrow. You got to grieve those emotions. You got Page of Pentacles here. You got the World and the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if the Hangman is reversed, because you got the World and the Two of Pentacles. This is somebody who possibly don't think before they speak, and this is like a recurring issue or whatever the case may be. It could, like you say, it could be younger, it could be financial problems, or it could be money, or it just could be somebody that acts childish, because you got the Page of Pentacles reverse with the World and the Two of Pentacles reverse. Could be messing with an earth sign though. And you got the Five of Cups. That's why I said there. Or somebody could be going through a sense of mourning or loss or grieving. Those as going through a sense of grief. Somebody could have lost a parent or a father figure, or whatever the case may be, or some masculine energy. It could be male or female, but it's kind of like when it comes to somebody communicating or actions or certain things at the moment, they may be going through grief. Grief makes people do crazy things, and in that moment, this is where people recognize that they destroyed so much. So it's the Two of Cups. And grief doesn't necessarily have to be someone's dying to you. It could just be emotional outbursts or situations to where a lot of people don't know how to communicate and comprehend. Ooh, I said that Hangman was going to be reversed. Didn't I say that? Hangman reverse. This is the Six of Cups, and you have the Chariot. This is repetitive action. So if it's communication, this is somebody that likes to do the same thing over and over and over again with no remorse. Then I talk about that Cancerian energy. I always hear me say that, or whatever the case may be. You got to watch when you're a cardinal sign, whether you're Aries, Libra, Capricorn, or Aries, Libra, Capricorn. I feel like I'm leaving out somebody. Oh, Cancer. They're right here. I said this year, it seemed like, when the first spread that I was doing, I said it seems like this year they've been doing a lot of stuff, and a lot of shit just been boomeranging back to their ass really quick, taking a sense of accountability. Because cardinal signs can be leaders, and they can be hard to teach lessons to, so they kind of result from past experiences that work with them. And you hear me say not knowing how to coexist with other people. So in this moment, with them always needing to be first, or putting themselves first emotionally, especially where you hear me say if you're following astrologers and they're talking about this Cancerian energy, it's like the lack of remorse for other people. So that's when you hear me say this is the energy that needs to be checked. So you can check out my blog. Oh, shit. I thought the camera died. Oh, it's still there? Oh, okay. But, yeah. This energy, you hear me say, it could be checked out. I wrote about this on my blog. You hear me say on the quarantine. You can go scroll down. It's a couple. It's a nice read. But you hear me say, a lady did a spread on it, and it's called "The Dying of the Narcissist." So you can go check that out. Type it in on Google, and it will pull herself up on exactly on Google, so you can see that aspect or whatever.
Come on out, please. Shut the door. Shut the door. Please come on out.
What? Can you get it? You could go check this out on the blog post. You can. You got 9 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you got the 9 of Pentacles. That's why I say it's selfish, self-interest, or whatever the case may be. It could be financial matters, but some people, they can be so focused. You hear me say, for it's a cardinal sign, being able to believe of certain things they can accumulate and not the lack of remorse for anybody else. This could be anybody. You hear me say, you can have it as a moon, a rising, a Venus, or whatever the case may be, but cardinal signs suffer with this sometimes. And this could be kind of like their toughest lessons that I was talking about. But it doesn't have to be a cardinal sign in general. You could be just you, any sign or whatever the case may be. Or just going through this. You may know someone. That's where you hear me say, going back to the blog post, it was talking about the things of narcissist. How it was saying, how she was doing the spread, how she was talking about how the narcissism within us, or people who are just narcissists. In those cases, they could do a lot of things to get attention, and they really don't care. So this quarantine has a lot of people bored, so they're concocting a lot of things with no remorse. So those situations that you may have experiencing with a person, if they not taking the time to learn from it, this is where you hear me say the pretending that everything is fine is not going to work. Like sometimes you got to go just cut off connection with certain people, and that's like the best thing for you. So, in this moment, you got 2 of Wands and you got the Judgment reversed. That's why I say you got 9 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and you have the Judgment reversed. That's why I said this is the Hangman. This is the same thing. It's like constantly fighting over the same things. It's this back and forth text message. This is passive aggressive energy being closed off. Constantly reviving something. This is a sense of approval, because you're say that's what it kind of feels like to me, because when the Judgment is upright, this could be the people that's around them enabling them, or situations like being tethered to the lands. It could be their connections. Like sometimes you could be grounded, but too grounded for people being stubborn in their aspects. So it could be things that needs to be shed to ascend or step into a higher you. But you will see. I'm telling you, you will see. Because you got 7 of Cups reversed, you got Page of Swords, and you have the Knight of Cups. That's why I said being clear about this behavior. So it could be troublemakers. You hear me say, for it's people being bored, or their sense of creativity. It could be sexual interests that you may be recognizing at this moment. That's what I say. It could be though. It could be though. It could be siblings. It could be, it doesn't give me family, but it could be though. I don't know. But this is the same thing. 7 of Cups, Page of Swords, being clear. It's not upright. I just want y'all to know that. My hand is like this. So I'm putting it like this so you can see. But this is the interest. Look at the Knight of Cups. Petty. Not watching what they say. And every time when I see the 7 of Swords upright, depending on if the Knight is reversed and the hang one, I think about emotional bait. I'm just being honest. Emotional baiting. Because you got 4 Cups, the 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. Yep. I wanted to say revenge is best served cold. I don't know where the fuck they came from. Don't do that. I was saying don't do that, or whatever the case may be. Don't take it as a sense of revenge. If you may be a person that's very empathetic, because in that moment, that's how you end up falling victim to a narcissist or a person, or I ain't gonna say narcissist. Let me not say that, because that word just get thrown around so loosely. But you could what I'm trying to say, the Four of Cups, you see how they handed her the same thing and she don't like it. And then you got the Three of Cups and they like, aha, and then it's the 10 and it's the 8. It's like, yeah, that's why I said it's like maybe this person don't learn from their own instance of situations or how it affects others. You know, that's why I said it looks like revenge served cold. But at the same time, if this is you, I wouldn't even, like if it's something or someone, or maybe someone's not paying attention to actions, because it doesn't have to be, it could be you. Like, okay, I don't want it. Regret. Communication wise, emotional wise aspects, being honest. That's what she got 8 of Pentacles though. That's what I said. So be mindful though, because everybody don't want to put in the work. Everybody don't want to put in the work. That's all I gotta say. Everybody don't. Some people pretend real and people bored. So make sure you're paying attention this season, because I'm telling you, if you're not mindful, I knew that Scorpio card was gonna come out. 4 of Wands. If you ain't mindful though, I'm telling you, in this season, a lot of people, because they're at home, you would say it's so tricky. You got Emperor, the Lovers, and the 9 of Cups. That's why I said, yeah, this somebody who know you got a soft spot for them. Like, they know they got a soft, like, they know you have a soft spot for them, or you may be dependent on them or whatever. They may have created some emotional codependency where they do this thing over and over and over again, where they know they can come back to you. You know how we have those friends, those people, those family members, so where they think they can always come run to us with the same thing that's going on in our life until you say enough is enough. And then that's when it's, oh my God, I want to work this out. I'm so sorry. All that blase bullshit. Then you recognize, like, oh, this shit not working. That's what I said. Yep. But let's see what else comes out. Oh, you got King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hermit energy reversed. Yep. Yikes. I was just talking about a narcissist. I'm so sorry. I probably spoke that shit up, but I don't usually talk about that. But this is here, though. This is where you hear me say, where I say a lot of people in this energy of needing that sense of attention in most cases, and people not knowing how to ground themselves and figure them out, or understanding the reasons of why. Rolling into their air sense energy or whatever. Most people sometimes forget and they try to be logical about certain actions, and it's not logical. And you see most masculine energies do this. And it could be women that you hear me say. A lot of women are masquerading in this energy, where like if you like enlighten, I'm telling you, you will see that it's like a lot of women that are dudes. I'm telling you, and not dudes as in like a sexual, as in a sex transformation. I'm gonna keep saying this until it leads to sticks into somebody's head. When it comes to healing, helping, in a sense. That's why I say, yep. It's not going within and understanding. Like I said, 8 of Pentacles too, not paying attention. Yep. You got Queen of Wands, you got Scorpio energy, you got the King of Cups and the 2 of Cups. That's why I said something standing between you, these two. Something but standing between me and you. And you hear me say, especially too, since we on the term of narcissist, and that great term, narcissists only come around so they can get a sense of supply. So because she's the Queen of Wands, she's a risk taker, she's a doer. You hear me say fire sign actions. Could have a moon or rising. Then you got the King of Cups, so there could be a sense of love language for a sense of doing. And you got the 2 of Cups here. And you got the 2 of Cups here. So that's why I said it could be that, though, the situation, though. It could be that, though. That's why I said checking your love language and see what you give them, honestly. Ooh, I need to get my nails done, y'all. I really do. Don't worry about it. I am. She coming. I'm going to be around her. Clickety, clickety, clack, clack, clack. Yes. But this is real, though. Queen of Wands, death energy, and you have the 2 of Cups reversed. Yeah. You're not new to this. You're not new to this. You got Ace of Cups and the 3 of Swords. It could be Eight of Swords, caught in the middle. I'm caught up, got me feeling it. Caught up, I don't know what it is. Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Strength. This is pride and ego. Like, even if a person is not this and damaging, you hear me say, for us this season, if we doing healing, you hear me say Leos are the lions of the jungle. So you hear me say lions know how to coexist with the pack. Everyone has a purpose. But when the Ace of Cups and the Three of Swords is there, this is where you hear me say this is not this is the inability where you hear me say pride, where people be wanting to reach out and fix things and actually put those works there, put it in there, because you do have love there, but it's not, it's like accountability of some sort, but it's how they are accountable, because you got the Empress reverse and you got the Ace of Wands reverse. That's why I say it's kind of like it's a self-love, self-worth when it comes to extending a sense of olive branch that you may be going with the no contact rule before it's talking to someone or something, like not taking the urge to reach out. It may be hard for certain people in this time. Because again, you got Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It's like you're stuck. Yep. You got Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Two of Swords, and a Nine of Swords. That's why I said it's kind of like this battling, sitting still, weighing the pros and cons, trying to figure out what needs to, watering dead plants. That's what it kind of just gives me, though, like saying that it's fruitless. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like watering dead plants. Like, you know, if you always do what you always done, you always get what you always done. Literally. Don't know who said that, but quote them. But they said that. But that's what it kind of gives me, though, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Two of Swords. Putting interest into the sensitive relationships and causing a sense of stress. Like thinking, oh, I could have did more, or I should have did this, or this person did this, they said this, da, 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 da. It's like, nah, when you start fresh, you start fresh. When you start fresh, you start fresh. See, with Justice, that's why I say this has been an ongoing battle. Some of y'all may be going through some karmic cycles. That's what people fail to recognize. Even though this is a new soul contract, this ushering of things coming in, with this Four of Pentacles upright, some of y'all may be still holding on to things of the past. So it's kind of like your divine creator creation, whatever you believe in, is trying to force you to let go of certain things. Whether it's beliefs, whether it's the way you love, or situations, sex, people, inability to be able to move, being stuck in actions. Like, this how I am. This how I am. This how I am. And that this how I am can make you really think somebody's a narcissist the whole time. They just was raised fucked up. King of Pentacles. So that's why I said I don't really too much talks about that shit. Look at that. Look at that Capricorn energy. Yeah, that's what I said. King of Pentacles. There's somebody that's like, that's just how I am. That's just how I am. Like, I don't know why I keep hearing that shit. That's just how I am, fool. Knight of Wands. Even though I don't be reading each, like, you hear me say, I know y'all probably like, well, she don't say what zodiac saying. Girl, I don't. Because I be trying to get the message out of whatever case may be. You could be dealing with somebody, you hear me say, that's just so accustomed to looking out for them. And that is very dangerous when you're dealing with people like that. Like, they can be manipulative and sneaky, like, in most cases, because that's kind of like trauma bonds, though. That's why I said I didn't want to say narcissist, but they could be trauma bonds, though, because people can just be attracted to you because you mirror their pain in some aspect, especially with the lovers out. So they can continue to keep coming back to you because they know you will feed them in most instances because they know how to connect with you. So it's kind of like the need for them being them and making sure they're straight and gathering these sensitive tools. I don't think that they know what they may be doing. Like, they know what they're doing, but it's kind of like they don't know. And at the same time, giving the narrative of somebody who knows, but they kind of show off you with it too. They kind of like, yeah, this is how I am. Oh, well, rose into the narcissist. But it still gives me trauma bonds. You still can build trauma bonds from narcissistic situations if you don't heal that all the way properly. But let's go. Because you have 8 of Swords, Tower moment, and the Justice reverse. That's why I said being caught up in the middle, being mentally stuck, confined. It could be a sense of abuse where you hear me say the Emperor was reversed, and the Six of Pentacles where you hear me say like, oh my God, experiencing so much. Like the coulda, shoulda, woulda, like caught up in the situations, making yourself a victim of your own situations, or feeling over empowered. Feeling like your insides is about to explode, because it's kind of like, yeah, that's why I said some people are still holding on to old karmic things, and it's kind of like you got to be forced to let shit go. This was in a Leo reading that I did. I don't know if I posted on YouTube, but this is in a Leo reading. So if it's a lover situation or something of something old, it's kind of like, yeah, you gotta let it go to get some sort of balance. But long as you keep entertaining it, keep bringing it in, it's kind of like, yeah, you're just gonna be stuck. 5 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The Star. That's why I said, ooh, they needy. Somebody needy as hell. 5 of Pentacles reversed. That's why I said, ooh. 6 of Wands. That's why I said, yeah, you just gonna have to leave somebody alone. I'm telling you, just give me like a full-on fucking narcissistic fucking spread. I'm telling you, with this attention-wise, needy-wise, I don't know if you just learned about this from an individual. Because I'm telling you, you can ruin like great relationships and friendships dealing with narcissistic ass people. Because a narcissist don't care. They just want to ride on the coattail with anyone who likes to fit in. They would drain you emotionally, energetically. Like, this is where she looks like she's vulnerable, but in the whole time she's not. Maybe it's a sense of admiration of the Sense of the Cups of being restored and being by the land. And somebody who's a narcissist, or somebody who has these sense of traits or trauma bonded to these type of people, they'll be like, oh my God, I got the cup. Not recognizing that there's a whole sea where the water comes from. Now, you can't drink seawater, but she looks like a mermaid somewhere. So who knows? She looks almost like a mermaid. But it's just learning. That's why I said this here, moving on. That's why I said, yeah. It's like you learning at the same time. It could be social settings, circles, bouncing back, recuperation, all these different entities. But it does give me those like, yeah, it's time for me to take my own thing. Or maybe even recognize you've been doing your own thing for a long time. Especially in friendships and partnerships. You may be like, yep, I've been toting the note the whole entire time. We almost at 30 minutes, y'all. Hold on. Let me get another deck. Ace of Pentacles, you got the Moon. Look at that, you got the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Look at that. Gifting you the bullshit. And I think that's what it has been. Like, it has been masking. That's why I said kind of gives me like some karmic lesson. It kind of feels unfair, whatever the case may be. Because, woo, let me tell you about my fair share of karmic lessons. That shit was horrible as fuck. But it's here. It's kind of like this is the gift that has been bestowed upon you. And this is the Ten of Swords energy where it feels like it's weighing you down, right? But you got the Moon up under the bottom of the deck. That's why I said caught up in some sense of fears, anxiety, stress, worry. It may be masked in this. Like you hear me say, like this new stride, this start over and over and over again. Look at that 5 of Wands. Look at that 7 of Wands. Look at that 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords. And the Temperance. Like, this is a sense where somebody knows peace. Somebody doesn't know chaos. Somebody doesn't know peace. So chaotic to them is peace. Like, it is masked behind this. Like, this is the illusions that a person may portray or give to you in a sense. Like, this is their learned behavior. Look at the Hierophant. It's about teaching, all those different aspects. Like, this is learned behavior. Like, that's their sense of peace. This is that energy where you hear me say being in the middle. So I'm telling you, like, fucking around with narcissists, you lose a lot. I'm telling you, like, little shit, meaningful relationships, connections, and you just don't know. Because once you come that flying monkey, it's hard. Once you become that flying monkey, baby, it's hard. So you can research all this. This is on Google, whatever the case may be. I'll tell you, research everything on Google if I tell you. I ain't gonna tell you what links because I don't get paid for it. But, I'm for real, what? I don't get paid promo. Shit. I'm trying to get Google to hire me, Amazon to sponsor me. Somebody send a message over there, please. Please Send it over there. Call their team and tell them to call me. Okay? Call their team. Tell their team to call me. But you had Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck, though. You hear me say. I wrote in my journal about harvesting energy. So that's there. I'm finna hurry up and wrap this up. I'm sorry, y'all. That's all about that harvesting energy. What you put in is what you get out. It's all about new beginnings, but at the same time, if you're not finishing off certain aspects or wanting to start new again in certain new cycles, check that out. Because it's fixed energy. Fixed energies can be hard to move and like progress forward. So that's Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio energy. So that's why I said, yeah, we just get us a couple out and then we're going to be done. So I said, we're going to be done. And sometimes you have to become fixated on the right things to get those in your life. So be mindful of that. Okay, we're just going to get us a couple out. Oh, man, the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups still there after the goddamn Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if we already had that out or what. Jesus Christ. It's the Temperance and Patience. I don't think somebody gives somebody a chance to grow. I don't think you give a person a chance to show you who they are before they actually end up hurting you. I'm trying to scoop them all out. There we go. So you got 4 coins. Don't know if you can see that. Queen of Cups upright. 3 of Swords upright. And the 8 of Wands. That's why I said this is the 8 of Wands. Ooh, I like stop. Yep, that's why I said this give me revenge served cold. I don't know if you are a Scorpio or you dealing with a sensible Scorpio or some sort of a water sign. I don't know. But it's kind of like slow over time. This could be your shadow coming out of the situation. Somebody could be operating in their shadow when it comes to doing certain things and not paying attention. Or this could be you, like slowly over time, like plotting some demise of a situation of a person instead of saying, hey, you know what, it's time for me to release this. That's what it kind of gives me, though. It's like plotting their demise. It's kind of like, all right, now look, I got your ass. Like, that's what it kind of give me, though. I'm telling you. Whew. People be thinking a nigga be playing when they be saying, oh, Scorpios can be petty. Oh, they ain't that. Oh, baby, we will wait years. Tauruses will hold a grudge for forever, but we will act on this shit if it take us years. Okay? So you got 4 Wands. You got the Judgment. You got the 8 of Coins and the 3 of Wands. Aha, after all that. This 4 and 4. I like that, though. 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. Let's see. 2 of Cups. Reverse and the Lovers reverse. Yeah, I kind of like it, though. Because it's saying, like, it kind of gets to me, like, saying goodbye to, like, old love. Like, that vengefulness, holding on to it. Or you could be gravitating towards it. Or you could be rejecting love in this season, especially with all the tools that's out. Like, with harmony, conflict, like, pushing yourself together for us, finding partnerships, friends, all those different types of things moving forward. But it's kind of like, over time, situations is making someone bitter or it's making someone inaccountable for their actions. Let's go, because we about to wrap this up. We about to wrap this up. Why the fuck did I do that? I don't know, y'all. I don't know, girl. Yep. You got Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, Hierophant, 10 of Pentacles, and the Magician. That's why I said, yeah. In most cases, when they're going through their 5 of Cups energy, when you're dealing with people, and especially when you're trying to go through karmic cycles and you get healed and you just want to help somebody and you want to go back and you want to get the person that you love, sometimes you don't know what the hell they God got for their ass. They God, they divine, they creature. You don't know what the fuck they got for them. Look at that Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Pentacles, and the Magician. You don't know what foundations or plants or seeds that they have been rooted in the ground that's for them. Especially when it comes to a sense of being tricksterous. That's why I said you don't know. And it could be the pain and hurt that somebody has felt over a period of time to where it's kind of like, yep, okay, I see how you feel when you get this. But it ended all on the last card with 2 of Wands reversed. So it's indecisive. It's still in the making, though. That's why you got the World. You got the 4 of Cups. You got the Page of Coins reversed. 6 of Wands reversed. And the 2 of Wands reversed. That's what I say. It's indecisive. It's indecisive at this moment. It's like, hold on, let me scoot it up. Can you see it? Wait a minute. Happiness over it. You can't see him though. My lightning is horrible in this bitch. Can you see it? Right. Ooh, no, that's too light. That's so ghetto, girl. Ooh. Oh, you see it now? Oh, okay, come through. You see the world. You would say that jump reversed. You see, it's reversed, but it's ghetto as hell over here. Y'all, I'm gonna get all this shit together. Give me to August. But I'm cool though with it being, you know, for it's my little editorial skills. I ain't editing shit. Let me tell you, I'm not. So, it kind of gets me undecided though when it comes to this though. But this 6 of Wands and this 2 of Swords, I'm telling you, it's kind of like, this is a hatred. This is a hatred that somebody has developed for somebody over time. It's kind of like you may be in a position of, you may be regretting or trying to start over, but it's undecided though. Somebody feels unseen. It could be forceful actions, forcing of hand, individuality, thinking, turn. That's why I said, it's kind of hard dealing with a narcissist. That's on the flip side though. I kind of like it though. But it's just the holding on to the resentment, the venomous, the spider. You hear me say the spider. Y'all hear me talk about that all the goddamn time in all my videos. You hear me say it could represent your shadow. Or you hear me say the spider can spend an enormous amount of time on detail and certain things before it actually does what it is it needs to do. So it could be you over time. You just thinking about, well, I did this. Because I know I had those moments, and then I be like, I'm gonna get this bitch back. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I be like, I didn't sit on it too long. Yep, I do. Yep, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. And then sometimes I don't even do shit. Cause right when I be about to, it be like something, don't do that. And then I be like, ooh. And then they be going through something, and I be like, ooh. And it's not like I gloat about it. Don't get me wrong, because I don't gloat about it, because laughing is catching. But the shit be far more worse than what the fuck I was going to do. I was going to do something that was going to sting so they can remember me for forever. But when I just step back and let justice just throw its curb on, yep. That's kind of cool. Alright, I like it though. You had don't let your past hold you back. So that's why I said it's like if you repairing or going into some sort, it just gives me like some aggressive third party person or situation or trying to see a sense of hope. Narcissist. It kind of gives me like a narcissistic trauma bond. It could be highlighting those aspects. But we're going to read out. I'm not reading the book. So y'all, girl, I'm not. So y'all going to have to wait a minute. I'm about to hear this up. My minute's about to be. Your hard work is paying off. Some of y'all about to unravel everything y'all doing just to address somebody. Bring love into the situation was the first one that had came about. For as you hear me say, healing the inner child, the expectations of situations that you had with people. The first spread, but I had to cut the camera out because they was talking. They still came in here and did that. Yes. Won't be dealing with that for much longer. You got balance in spirituality and practicality. This is where you hear me say most people where they can experience certain things and then they can go into their magic and they can end up fucking up somebody's life because of the emotional aspects of the lesson that it may be trying to teach them. And, you know, end up wreaking damage in somebody's life from a Scorpio's revengeful perspective. I can't say how I feel about that on camera. Talk your shit. A new start is coming. And it's time to release that negativity. Didn't I say the Scorpio energy? What did I say? Full moon in Scorpio. That's why I said that's jealousy, that's possessiveness, that is revengeful, that is hate and deceit. Like, it's crazy how in the astrological chart, even though we don't, if you go through certain ones, how they had a fixed sign set up, Aquarius is right under sometimes, most right up under Scorpio energy. Because people think Scorpio sometimes can be jealous or whatever the case may be, but they can be very people loving if you got those things in your chart. And sometimes they don't like seeing people go through certain experiences. And they can be very vengeful. when it comes to defending or sticking up for what they want. And sometimes that's what those self-sabotaging traits that y'all will see in my blog post that I talked about, they can work against us in most cases. But it be like, shit, sometimes you just gotta let a motherfucker know. But I'm just playing. Don't listen to me, though. To each his own. You know, I don't believe in turning the cheek. I can't tell you that, though. But I do believe in thought and will calculated. So I just want to say that. But on that note, you guys, I think that's it for us this week. This is a little bit longer because some shit had to get out. But yeah, that's it though. So that's all that's coming in the sense of this week. You may be dealing with that or forced to face some sense of truths about certain people or situations. Take your time. Take your time getting to know people. Please do. Because anybody can be anything on the internet. Hell, I can tell y'all a millionaire and just start posting all pictures and all this different type. So you'll believe it after a while. Yeah. I can tell you whatever I want to tell you on social media. It's not that you'll believe it because people believe anything. It's just because it's fucking social media. You post consistently enough with the same thing over and over again, motherfuckers will believe it. That is so fucked up. I'm just saying, they will. They will. I'm sorry. They will. It's just being honest. That's why I say getting to know people for who they are. You know? Not just the simple things. If you're going to utilize Scorpio energy. That's all I'm saying. So I'll give you that one. So on the note, you guys, I hope you have a great week this week. And I hope you get through these situations. I hope you make decisions that you need to. Whether those friendships, situations, and people, cut those out. You hear me say this is a year of not arguing with people and calling them stupid ass bitches. We are just... we just gonna cut their ass off. And we just gonna let them know. We ain't doing that window opening shit where we do that Scorpio shit when we feel like we ain't gotta explain and we just dip on motherfuckers. We gon', we just gon' be honest and straightforward. That bluntness. So with that being said, I'm gonna get my nails done. My hands look super fat on camera. Let me tell y'all something. I'll tell y'all that another day. But other than that though, I'm gonna show myself one day. Yep. So hopefully this was insightful, you guys. Y'all can click off. Keep on. Did it about start? Is it gonna end, guys?